Good afternoon, everyone. This is John Caswell, and this is Gay, my wife. We're about to do a program. We want to start off by saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil. Amen. Okay, very good. Well, we're warm. It's cold out though. So we're just going to carry on. It's lovely to be in a safe, warm place. And so but there's things that need to be said and things that need to be done. I'm going to start by singing a song. I don't have all the dialogue that goes with it, but I have the chorus of this song, which was originally put out by Pat Boone. A good Christian man, a good pro-life man, and I'm going to sing it. It was on one of his LPs, which I had. Tells you something about how long ago that was. Okay, and it goes like this. Let me live, let me live, let me walk into the sunshine, let me live. Feel my other mother's arms around me, feel my father's love surround me, be a part of God's creation, let me live. Let me live, let me live, let me walk into the sunshine, let me live. Feel my mother's arms around me, feel my family's love surround me, be a part of God's creation, let me live. It just occurred to us that although this song was about the tiny babies who hadn't been born singing out, asking to be allowed to live, it also applies to many people who are isolated and being pushed to the edge of death because of their isolation under this current crisis. So I'm going to leave it at that and not try to take away everything that Gay is trying to say, which I don't want to do and could never do.
Okay.
But I'll pass it on.
First of all, I didn't know there was a crisis. I do believe that there's one that's being created, but it's very important today. And then the slogan, "Choose Life," has never been more important, never been more appropriate. We have a prime minister who hates life. I said we have a prime minister who hates life, who hates human life. He hates anyone who is not perfect, which of course is everybody. He hates the mentally ill, the vulnerable, the seniors, and he hates truth. We need to say loudly and clearly, choose life. And the people who need to choose life are the politicians, elected or not elected, the family members, the doctors, the nurses, everyone. And we must, in our hearts, and be open to life. Be open to life in every stage, from conception to what is known as a natural death, meaning to say no interference, no pushing people to death. This is one of the biggest crises, real crises, that Canada has ever faced. We have gone to war in Rwanda World War II, World War I, to fight against the death peddlers, to fight against those who were shoving people into ovens and to cremations, into genocide. We have been on the side of right, and today we have to re-educate ourselves and decide that we want to be on the side of life and of right. Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is life. It's not just an add-on, folks. Hey, let's do a little bit of pro-life work. It's absolutely essential. When you decide for Jesus, when you say yes to Jesus, you are saying yes to life. You are saying yes to hope. And one of the things that I've noticed as my inadvertent research on hospitals in Saskatchewan, from Prince Albert, La Ronge,
Royal University,
Royal University, City Hospital, and St. Paul's, that there was only one hospital of those major hospitals in the province that said yes to life. When we walked into when we walked into St. Paul's, immediately we felt a difference. Not that it seemed to be logical way hospitals should be, but it was so unique to have a sense of peace and hope. It was our son was dying, but everything was different because that hospital has chosen life and continues to choose life. That's what we have to do. We have a sense of, in the other hospitals, that you have to fight to live yourself and help, let alone help other people fight to live. You never hear the word hope. I never heard that once at Royal University or City Hospital. The doctors explained to me that they aim for the worst possible scenario, and if things work out better, well, fine. That's not the way it is. You have to choose hope and then work at it. You don't say, well, maybe this person will live, but probably not. Or we should choose death for this person. And there are all kinds of ways that people choose death. They choose death by passively ignoring people, by deciding that these people will never get well, and at doing everything possible, not giving them therapy, not giving them medicine, or overdoing the medicine, and just do rote. Now, say, well, a good doctor, fine. There's exceptions, but we're going in a direction that where the life and fighting for life is the exception, and we must hang on to that and restore Canada, restore Saskatoon, restore every hospital from La Ronge to I haven't been in Regina Hospital to Saskatoon. We have to, in our hearts, choose life. We have to have hope. And for many of the hospitals, hope isn't even part of the program. It was so refreshing at St. Paul's when they actually talk about hope. They actually talk about getting better or helping people walk, helping people survive. They don't have a PT program, but their mentality is that we defend life And it was so unique and so unusual. Every step of the way at Royal University and City Hospital, I had to fight for the right to even be considered for physiotherapy, for getting well, for someday getting out of this hospital alive. And there was very many good doctors, but everything was a fight. You'd say you could have a power machine or a power wheelchair. And I would say, but I don't want a power wheelchair. I want to get well. I want to learn how to walk. And they say, oh. So finally they give me a wheelchair, but it was only for it to be pushed by somebody as a passive zombie. And then, so we fight for that. We fight for a proper wheelchair where I can actually move on my own. And it went on and on. One doctor said, oh, well, I thought that you could go shopping in the malls if you had a power wheelchair. You maybe not know, but there are no malls where we live, where is a permanent home, and people just couldn't understand what I was saying. So for ourselves, we have to fight for life. For other people, we have to fight for life. And we have a situation where the deaths of opiates have been doubled. People are dying because of lack of hope. So why not dope yourself to death? We must choose life for ourselves and for others. And that's it for today, but we'll back tomorrow. This week's theme is choose life. Choose life for yourself, for everybody. Choose life for Canada. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just finish by singing this little song. Faith, hope, and charity, that's the way to live successfully. How do I know? The Bible tells me so. Be good to your enemy, and the blessed Lord you're sure to please. How do I know? The Bible tells me so. Don't worry about tomorrow, just be real good today. The Lord will be beside you, He'll guide you all the way. Faith, hope, and charity, that's the way to live successfully. How do I know? The Bible tells me so. We'll see you tomorrow.